Cool. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Ready to rock and roll. George Romero
Yeah.
time, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is one of my all-time favorites. Matter of fact, the last time we talked about Romero, I do believe.
That's right.
And in the chat right now, we got Patrick. What's up, Patrick?
Hey,
Prism, Prism, always here. Thank you so much, Prism. And my fiance. Thank you for joining,
hey.
baby. Love you. Dawn of the Dead, 1978. Anybody who is not sure which one we're playing, we're going with the theatrical cut. It's the one. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes and like 40 some seconds or something like that.
Yep.
So get it ready, and we'll all hit at the same time. But first, I got to talk about a couple things in the news, man. I was checking out some news in Atlanta, Georgia. There's a guy that went into a Subway and he got a sandwich, and he come out and there was too much mayonnaise on it. So he turns back around, goes in, argues, yells at the two women that's in there, and pulls out a gun and shoots at them. So the manager pulls out her own gun and starts shooting at him. So
Wow.
there, there's also a guy, I can't remember where, it's like Idaho. A cop got into a call, and when he jumped out of the car to run out to whatever he was doing, left his door open. Some guy jumped in the car and took it, and a call came out, and the guy went to the call.
Wow. What's going on out there? It's crazy.
That's not even the craziest part of it. When the cops realized what was going on, they went to the call too to arrest him. They had
Hmm.
to tase him. The tasing didn't seem to affect him very much, so he pulled out a knife and started cutting himself.
Wow. It's crazy.
There's a couple others too, but I'll save that for next time. It's
Hmm.
it's insane, man.
It is, man.
People. Butter says greetings, Night and Keith. Hey, what's up, Patrick? How you doing? All right, man. Everybody that's in here and ready, give me the thumbs up whenever you're ready. I'll hit this and we'll get rolling if everybody's ready.
Yeah, I'm all queued up. Are you at 000?
I'm just getting ready to hit resume where it's going to start where we see the red carpet.
Yep.
So on the count of three, if everybody's ready, I'm going to hit this and we're going to get going.
All right.
I should probably turn my volume down just a little bit so I don't get any trouble.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People, yeah, that's crazy. That the manager started shooting back at him, man. And the guy that took the call, he stole the cop car, but he went to the call. I mean, I
I
I
can't
I
believe it, man.
I I, I just love to hear that shit. It just tickles the shit out of me. All right,
Right?
three, two, one. All right, just came on the red carpet with Robert R. Steinman and Billy Baxter present. This when was the first time you ever seen this?
Oh man, gosh, I was probably like 13, 10, 11, 12, something like that. I couldn't appreciate it as much back then, though. I mean, it scared the shit out of me. But as I got
Yeah,
older, I really started to appreciate all the behind the little things, that George was trying to do with this movie and say with this movie.
this one he was really starting to get political. He
Yes.
was really he was really starting to have a lot of things to say at this point.
Hmm.
Um, his wife and Dario Argento, in case somebody doesn't know, his wife and Dario Argento had a big part in making this too.
Yep. Yeah, I love this scene. There's George right there. I always thought that was cool. It's like that's George Romero and his wife.
His wife sitting right by him. Yeah,
Yes. But this part in the movie, even as an adult right now, it's kind of scary because you just see things starting to fall apart, you know?
you can feel it. Like it feels real. People are at each other's throat. People are
Yes,
just freaking the fuck out because this is the way it would be. I mean, when the shit would really kick off, people wouldn't know what to do.
that's right. Yep.
and they probably would attack each other and argue with each other. And you know what I mean?
Mhm.
These two guys right here that's up here arguing, it said in the documentary, they already knew each other. So when they got hired for this part, they went ahead and rehearsed it and got and nailed it and got it down, and then went to George and said, "Hey, we already know what we're doing." George was like, "Cool."
Right?
They had already known each other from stage, I guess. So
Yep. And I love the music. The score is just fantastic, of course.
yeah.
It
Well,
it
you have the
has
difference. Go
huh?
ahead.
No, I was
Go
just
ahead.
saying it has that nervous type of vibe to it, that paranoid type of vibe to it. I love it.
Goblin's really good at doing that.
Mhm.
Um, on the Argento cut, you get all Goblin, but George felt it was a little too serious. He wanted to throw a little bit of the humor, a little bit of the lightheartedness in there, with the elevator type mall music.
Yes. Yep.
It's weird. No matter what cut of this you watch, it feels like you're getting a different experience, even though it's the same movie.
That is so true. That's a good point, man. Because
Yeah.
that's the way I felt when I would watch the different cuts.
Yes. You get something different. The Argento cut leaves you really dark when you're done with it, man. I mean, it's all
Mhm.
dark. Argento doesn't believe in any lightheartedness. He's kind of a serious fellow.
Yep.
Patrick saying he's seen it when it came out. I
Oh,
was
nice.
um I was 5 at the time. Even though I was going to some, I imagine you've probably seen it at a drive-in. Even though I was going to some drive-ins, I hadn't really done that yet. That was more for the
Mm.
see, see, they're just you know, finally at the end of all this, half the people just decide hell with it. You know what I mean? There's no reason to even worry about it. You
Yep.
know, people are worried about how the station's going to run and all this, and
Mhm.
a lot of them, just like the security guards, like I don't care, go in and out, it doesn't matter to me. He says, like,
Yep.
I'm going home. He said, I'm leaving.
We're staying on the air.
People to see that happen is just like talk. It's like a lot more important things to worry about than the station.
Mhm.
My very first watch along.
Hey, this is a good way to start it, man. This is a great watch along movie.
Yeah, I knew we'd been talking about Dawn of the Dead. We had done Night of the Living Dead, so I figured
Mhm.
either way, you're the one that I was going to ask to do this for my first one and being Dawn of the Dead. It was going to be you or by myself.
There you go. Richard Rubenstein, producer.
Now these watch alongs, you got to be careful that you don't hear anything in the background, right? You got to make sure that no copyrights being okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I always tell people just make sure that, the volume isn't too loud, that it comes onto the stream.
Like you can't hear mine, can you?
No.
Cool,
No.
cool. Eric in the chat saying, "Evening, boys. I hope you're both well. I'm just here
Hey.
for the." He's just here for the pie fights. Hell yeah, there's definitely lots of that. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming by, man. It's crazy too. The guy ends up getting shot here. That's supposed to be the Mexican, the guy that you could tell is all painted up in like, I guess you call it Spanish face. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's Martin. That's Martin.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I don't know why they just didn't hire a Mexican guy. You know what
I know. I know, man.
I mean? Because perfect example of somebody that's on the edge, probably wasn't right to begin with, and this is definitely not the situation for him.
Yep. There they go. Popping off.
This guy's just a racist idiot. Just wants to shoot
Yep.
somebody. Like how they threw this in here because this is basically the military coming in to bully people that couldn't do nothing about it.
Yep.
There he is.
Boom. Yep.
Scott Reniger and David Emge really does a good job too. And like I was telling you on our last screen, they were hired straight from a restaurant. Like David Emge, Flyboy,
Yep.
he was washing dishes at a restaurant.
Isn't that crazy though?
George, George said, "Hey, why don't you come in and audition?" The audition once. He's like, "Hey, you want the part?" He's like, "Sure."
Oh,
Oh,
there it is. Yep.
classic Savini.
That's right.
Somebody help me with this idiot.
Not that room. Oh.
He's, I'll take care of him. Ken Forey's just cool, man. He just got this
Is.
smooth feel to him. And he just walks away. All right. Little Roger was trying, man, but there just wasn't enough of him to do anything about it.
That's right.
Shoot it, man. Shoot it in the head.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Shoot it, man.
But I like the way they characterized, some folks that were totally shell shocked, and they would be, you know,
Yeah, like I would like to hope that I'd be able to handle it well. You know what I mean? But you
right?
truly never know.
Mhm.
You truly never know. We may flip out you know, and end up getting stupid. I mean, I don't think so, but
Yep,
I like to think I'd be able to keep myself together. At least be able to take care of my family.
that's right.
Eric, Eric says, did you see Knight's favorite kill of the movie yet? I think it's the headshot in the beginning. Yet. Haven't
Right.
seen it.
Yeah, that's one of the few times when it was like, wait a minute, that one didn't look as good. But
Echo in the chat. Hello, I'm finally home. Cool. Thanks for
hey,
joining us, man. You got your Dawn of the Dead on? We're
oh,
we are we are almost 11 minutes into the theatrical cut, the 2 hour and 7 minute cut.
this guy's gonna check himself out. Wow.
Yeah,
That see, stuff like that is what made this such a powerful movie, because you saw people just losing it right then and there and saying, you know what, I can't deal with this.
yeah. Especially back to the time it was made. People don't understand, man. But a lot of that shit that was made in the 70s that was so hardcore,
Hmm.
like, it couldn't be. First of all, couldn't be made today. Second
Yep.
of all, when it was made, people, there was only a small niche group that really knew what to think of it or what to do about it.
Yep.
It was just so out there.
hmm
The 70s is a great time for a lot of these kind of shows.
It was. Yep.
Everything got a jet, like work in the morning, wanted to stop in, hang through the a great night, great watch party. Thanks for coming by, Eric, man. Take it easy.
Yeah. Catch you later, man.
Deal with him zombie apocalypse and be able to handle the day to day of life, but trying to survive and nothing. Yeah. Every
Yeah,
day looking over your shoulder, just trying to live.
that's right. That's
Like
why for
like a
me, for me, like for zombie movies that are done well, like the Romero ones, they really do get to me because
mm,
it's a numbers game, and even if you survive, you know, a battle here and there, ultimately you almost never can really win,
right.
you know. So
You just make it
that's
to the
probably
next day.
hmm
Especially the first three, man. But the first three, they all got their vibe. They all got the thing like Day of the Dead, which is another one I want to do. It's got such a claustrophobic feel, man. Like you feel
hmm
like you're down in there. You know what I mean? And I don't
Yes,
like to be closed up anyway.
right. Yep.
Because it's fun on YouTube. Yeah. If anybody's having any trouble finding it, just go to my movie list. I have every cut on it. This, this guy lets them know, yeah, you guys are strong, but you're not going to be strong for much longer.
Right.
Soon it's going to be your turn.
It's crazy.
Walks away with that crutch like it's a leg, man. That always blew me away. I remember seeing that
Mm,
as a younger, a teenager, thinking, "Whoa,
Yep.
look at that!"
It's
I'd be willing
crazy.
to bet that dude. I'd be willing to bet that dude could half-ass run with that crutch.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Very famous scene. This is the scene that in the Argento cut drags on and on. Them sitting in there just ripping out guts. Yeah, this is intense in the Argento.
hmm
The room that they keep dropping them in.
Yep.
Cola or Pepsi? Pepsi.
Oh man.
Yeah, this right here. He's just completely just in shock over it. He just cannot believe it. It's just clicking to him that that's or what was human beings sitting there doing that.
hmm Yeah, that would mess with me too, man.
He just doesn't know. You know what I mean? By the time he's done here, he's got tears coming.
Yep. Ken Furry was so good in this movie, but definitely in this part here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just feel he just like he's about to lose it. That's why Roger steps in and takes care of that one because he's just like, hey man,
Yep.
you done enough.
And then he just goes. That guy.
This guy here, he's just like, at
Mm,
that point, there's so much of it that it just
yep.
becomes like a day to day thing. there's actually some people out there that believe that that's what's going to end up happening. We're going to have some kind of zombie apocalypse. You know what I mean? That would be a scary way to think about shit.
Yes.
This part here in the extended edition has oh
Rhodes.
man, Rhodes, yeah, Palace,
Joe
forget his
Pilato.
name, Joe Pilato. There you
Yeah.
go.
When I first saw that,
Got
I was
the
like,
nails on the
what?
knowledge, man.
No.
I always wondered if he was kind of playing the same role. You know what I mean? That would have been cool if he was playing the same guy. You know what I mean? The way he was then, and then the way he ended up in Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't specify.
Right.
Plus, he's a cop in this, I do believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Not military, so yeah, like Roger. But yeah, because Peter's got it together. You know, him and Fran are the two they're the two that really keep it together and keep it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's really strong, and her character wasn't even meant to be as strong as it is in this. That's her doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Galen
She's got
Ross
it.
really put some nice touches to the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she refused to scream or be that damsel in distress.
Yep. He's falling asleep. Oh wow.
Yeah, he said, "Wake up, man! You're flying a helicopter."
Right.
In this situation, that's definitely a skill that would definitely make you. You know what I mean? You'd definitely be very important.
Yes. Yeah. There's
Like
the
it's like a situation you'd have to have something about you or something you knew or something that would make you valuable in this type of world. You really
that's right.
would.
Yep.
Like how he throws in the goofy party and the hillbillies
Yep.
not taking it, just partying and having a good old time, not taking it seriously at all. That is
Yep.
so Romero. He has something like that in every one of them.
Yep.
It's his way of poking fun.
Yeah, he did that in Diary as well. And it was a pretty cool scene, you know.
I like Diary. A lot of people don't. I do.
I like it too.
Yeah,
I think
most people shit on it.
yeah.
I don't. I actually thought it was a pretty cool idea. You know, for starting over. You know, I'm not
Yep.
so big on survival, but I do like Diary.
Yeah. Well, survival was kind of weird for me because at first I wasn't big on it, but I kid you not, after a while I started to dig it.
Yeah,
I don't know if I necessarily I don't think I like it more than Diary or the other ones, but it got to the point where it'd be the type of entry that I would sometimes just put on in the background and kind of just vibe
yeah.
out to every once in a while. Because
To me,
it's weird, but not in a bad way. You know, I guess I'm
yeah,
saying I kind of grew to enjoy it. You know.
yeah. Well, yeah, that happens. My problem with it is I can't find value or any kind of good qualities in any of the characters. Like there isn't any. I don't feel like there's any really good people that I can associate with in
Right,
it.
right, right,
Which makes sense. By the time that shit happened, there really wouldn't be a whole lot. You know, the people that were good may not even be good people anymore. So I
right.
mean, really, you know,
Yep.
watch this Walking Dead. I do.
Well, at least I
Yep.
used to.
I still watch it. I'm waiting for this last little part getting ready to start here in like a month or so.
Mm.
Ed, I just say head to sleep. Good night. Have a good one, Patrick. Thanks for stopping by.
Catch you later. Oh, here come the part with the kids. This was a rough scene too.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yep.
this the part he didn't necessarily like doing this.
Yeah. But it's got a creepy vibe to it. A lot of these scenes in this movie, there's a lot of creep factor.
Well, most movies don't go there like this with that type of thing.
Yep.
It's also the Frankenstein head guy.
Yep.
That's all he's calling Frankenstein head.
Mm. Yep.
He's wondering why it didn't do anything to it because he's shooting up high enough, like as if he's shooting an adult, but it's going
Yeah.
right over their heads because this is the part she was supposed to scream on, and she straight out told him, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play it strong." And then he ended up agreeing.
Yeah, I think it was a good choice by her.
This Fly Boy, somebody's got to defend. If you're just these two, she's got to step up somehow because that swing he just did was interesting.
Right?
If I'm the Fly Boy, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's
Yeah,
the weirdest swing of all time.
yeah, he hurt
Oh,
himself as bad as he did. Yeah.
oh, got an ad. Did you get an ad?
No, I'm watching the DVD,
Gotcha. All right.
Blu-ray. Should I pause?
No, no, no. I went through it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's about to step up on the blocks and get his head chopped off.
Yeah, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to stream it, go Blu-ray, go 4K, or go DVD. So I went with my favorite cut, which is the ultimate cut, the black one. It's still my favorite cut, even over the Blu-ray and the 4K. I still like it the best.
Yep. Little kids. Oof. Right there, man. I thought that little kid was gonna bite him.
Yeah, it seems like he should have.
Right?
Land of the Dead worth a watch. I have heard good and bad things. Land of the Dead's not bad. It's got its good and bad points. It's got a good cast.
Yeah, it does.
It has its problems, but yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. I would
I
recommend a
think so.
watch. But
Yeah.
just look, man, stop doing that. Do that.
Roger.
Yeah, gotta teach you how to shoot, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not a guy. You know what I mean? He just always he's been a pilot. He's just not somebody that's ever had to do anything like that. That may be
That's
the
right.
first time he's ever shot a gun is during this.
Exactly.
Problem is, I was on the other side of that.
Isn't it?
But a big lesson there: don't be shooting at them when I'm on the other side.
Right?
This cast doesn't seem like it would have as good a chemistry as it has, but it ends up having really good chemistry.
Yeah,
They mesh well.
I think so too.
Miniature zombie is one of the coolest design zombies. Yeah, I've actually got a Mezco figure of the plaid shirt zombie and a NECA plaid shirt zombie.
Yeah, that's cool.
They are cool. Yeah.
Wake up, sucker! We're thieves and we're bad guys.
Yeah, there's no such thing as social standing doesn't count anymore.
Right?
Everybody pretty much has had to become a thief and a bad guy to some extent.
That's right.
You're everything. You're a hero. You're a thief. You're a bad guy. You're a friend. You're not a friend. You're an enemy.
Yep,
You're everything. You got to be to survive.
that's right. But what a cool concept back then. You know what I'm saying? Is that they hole up in a mall. Like that's just the
Malls were
concept
neat.
alone. Yeah.
Every time I was ever in a mall when I was younger, back when malls were booming back in the
Hmm.
day when I was a teenager, when it Friday
Hmm.
started out, you could really walk through the mall because there's so many people in there. You know,
Yep.
I would always think of this movie. You know what I mean? It would always cross my
Yes.
mind.
Yep.
I actually miss malls.
Me too.
Malls were cool,
I think so too.
but now shopping online and everything killed that.
Yep. I love the music too, man. It's great. And that shot where he's panning back while they're on the roof, that's a great shot.
Goblin is just so creative with those little noises and everything they throw
Yep.
in there, man. It reminds me a lot of the music that happens on The Exorcist. You use like a wallet, just crumpled up wallet to make little noises and stuff. Like that's what made
Hmm.
the noise of her turning her head around. Was an old leather
Oh,
wallet being crumpled. That's another one I'd like to do on here. Yeah, I want to do a classic show, and I want to do more of an unknown movies that I
yep.
want people to see because I'm always talking about movies. You need to see this movie. You need to see, and it's always ones that people haven't seen. I can probably name 10 of them right now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna open it up a little bit more. Well,
Hmm.
there
Little
you
back
go.
room.
Yeah,
Peter. He knows how to get in there.
yeah. I really knows how tall of a guy he was. I always see him beside
Yeah.
Roger, but even beside a normal sized man, he's still a tall dude.
Yeah, he's like 6 foot, like 4 or something like that. 6 foot something.
Yeah,
He's almost as tall as Tyler Maine. That scene in Halloween, like when he's
yeah. Joe
in the
Grizzly,
bathroom
dude.
stall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Hmm.
And up beside Scott Reniger there, which is probably only about 5'8", 5'9". He looks like a giant.
Hmm.
No, not long after this, she was in Mad Men, and she took on
Yes.
a different name because I know I think she was afraid of what Mad Men, Mad Men being on her resume or something like
Hmm.
that.
But
But,
she never really did a whole bunch after that, did she?
mm-mm.
Yeah.
um, I don't. I mean, I know what she was thinking with the name because she was thinking this is a little bit slasher, and I need the work and I need the money, but I don't necessarily want to be known of doing this movie. I think
Yeah.
she had a lot bigger plans for her career than what happened.
Yeah. She had that little cameo in Creep Show
Yeah, yeah, true.
for like a
But
minute.
that's only three things I remember seeing her in.
Yeah, me too.
Ken Foree is really about the only one that really continued and did anything else.
Yep.
Now, I think that's weird because they all do a really good job.
I think so too. Hit and run.
Yeah, leave him be.
Be ready for that. He was just so cool in this movie, man. Like just his
He's
dialogue,
smooth.
his delivery, it was just great.
He yeah, like I say, he's just smooth, man. He's just
Hmm.
confident.
Yep.
Prism Santa Smalls. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, me too.
Saying you can only watch one movie for the rest of your life. What would you choose? Oh wow!
Wow, that's tough.
Give me a couple minutes to think about that. Oh man, my 15-year-old is always quizzing me about you know, always want me to do lists. Name your top 5 movies, or in order. He's always doing this to me, and he knows I love so many movies it's impossible, especially in order like that.
Right,
Um,
right.
but I would have to say, man, just because and everything, it would have to be the 1978 Halloween. It it
That's
just
an excellent
it
choice.
has a special place with me. It always has. It brought me to where without it, I wouldn't be doing any of this. How about you, Prism? What would yours be?
Well, I mean, Halloween's definitely a good choice. I mean, movies like that or this, The Thing, Rocky, those are movies that I've watched countless times. I couldn't even put a number over the
Yeah,
years, you know what I mean? It could be any of those. I mean, seriously. And that sounds like a cop out, but it's so true.
right.
If it was just Halloween, I'd be okay with that. If it was just Rocky, I'd be okay with that. If it was just The Thing, I'd be okay with that. You know,
Yeah,
um, they're just great movies.
yeah. Oh, definitely. Still in the chat. Hey, what's up, Steele? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Steel?
What would your
Uh,
choice be, Prism? What would your one movie be?
and you gotta love the elevator music. It's so funny.
Want.
Yeah, but it adds a charm to this scene, and it's really, to me, it's almost like a buildup for what's to come when the shit goes down. You know what I'm saying? Because like right
Yeah,
now, it's making you feel like, oh well, they move slow and it's elevator music. We're okay, and then
they got this. Yeah.
bam, you know?
They got this, and then by the end of the movie, all hell's broken loose, man. It's
Right.
bad.
Like even the guys, they're kind of taking it lightly right now. They're quote unquote going shopping,
Right.
and they're making it look easy.
Yeah. All the way to the point where what happens to Roger happens.
That's right. Exactly.
Because he gets cocky and overconfident, where Peter
Hmm.
doesn't.
Yes. Get that key, man.
Prism, oh, that's a good choice. Prism's going with Goodfellas. That
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's really good too.
Yep. That is a very good choice. There you go.
Now I
Get
get
in
a
there.
little overwhelmed now.
Hmm.
you think about it, Roger almost gets it a couple different times just
Yeah.
because he's not paying attention and because he's being cocky.
Let me pull this guy in.
You just want to go play too. Shut up.
Mm,
He just wants to join the fellas, be one of the guys.
that's right. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, the sweatshirt that Roger picks, man. I, I don't know. I'm not sure it's the one I would have picked.
His what?
The blue and yellow sweatshirt that he picks and ties around
Oh
his
yeah,
waist. I'm
yeah.
not sure that's the one I would have picked.
Right.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's all right, but it's all right. Gotta love Goblin for sure.
Yep.
This this would be a different movie without it.
Yeah, it would. It totally would.
Score is just. I always put big importance on score
Hmm.
or lack of score, like in the Birds. In the Birds there was no score at all during the movie.
Mm, that's a good point.
It's just it's just the bird noises. There's no score at all throughout that movie.
The old okey doke.
Yeah, throw them all to one side and go out the other.
Hmm.
Sort of thing I think it's interesting what Romero does by the time Day of the Dead comes out. Is he starts having it to where they're learning. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it makes it that changes the game.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. There's a zombie right there. Good. Good.
Scene where he fights off the screwdriver zombie. They had to call him back in and shoot that because there was a continuity error. And one time he's running through there and he has the sweatshirt tied around his waist, and then the next scene he doesn't have it, so they had to call the guy in, and then that's when you get the screwdriver zombie with it through his ear.
Nice. Yeah, that
That's how
part
they
always
explain.
got
That's how they explain him losing the sweatshirt.
me. Mm. I like the way this scene was shot, where Steven that doesn't know exactly where the zombie is.
But yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
This is creepy. End up shooting yourself.
Hmm.
End up shooting yourself, fall down, and then get eaten.
Yep.
Gotta watch out for those mall cops. Come on, man. Oh,
Oh, no bullets, no bullets. Come on. Flyboy. It's almost like, how did the zombie get behind him?
Yeah.
That was a good jump scare, though. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. In a time where jump scares didn't happen all the time.
Right. Boom. There you go.
Probably would be cool for a minute having all those stores at your disposal. Be
Yeah.
able to play with them all.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, it's just like, man, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Because you got
Man,
everything you need in there right now.
this thing keeps playing ads. Jeez. Like 5-second ads. I'm at the part where Steven's in the hallway, and Peter just is about to throw that guy over the gate.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I'll pause it here for just a few seconds here because I was at the part where Peter was shooting people in the hallway. All right, now Flyboy's running toward Peter.
Yep, that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, all right. I thought the Hare Krishna zombie was an interesting choice.
I know, right? But he stood out.
Got to figure him too.
Same trick.
Here we go. Here's the scene they had to add.
Oh man, that was a good one too.
If they noticed in the dailies, they noticed in the dailies and the editing, that at one point he's running and he has a sweatshirt, and the next point he's running and he didn't have it. So
Yeah,
they knew they had to fix that. That's how they explained it. That he had to let go of it because the zombie had a hold of it. So
ooh.
yeah,
Mm.
didn't feel like sliding down that one.
Yeah. They were getting their exercise in this movie, that's for sure.
Like I said, they got snowed into this mall.
That's crazy.
One point couldn't even bring lunch or dinner or whatever it was. He said, "Hey, where's lunch?" I said, "Well, they can't bring it. We're snowed in."
Wow.
Like they have one thought for some reason. All they can think about or consider is just eating you.
Mm-hmm. Well, there he goes.
Didn't the special effect of the screwdriver mess up the guy's ear? Yeah, it flooded his ear with that fake blood. Yeah, it messed it up.
That's crazy, man. Hmm. I mean, it is kind of smart to try to take a moment to catch your breath, see if you can pick up anything on the radio and all that, you know?
You get TVs, just all kinds of different things. You can try to learn something, figure things
Right.
out. Meanwhile, you got food,
Mm-hmm.
you got shelter.
Mm-hmm.
One problem with this is when somebody else comes along and has the same idea.
Right.
Surprised it didn't happen before it did.
That's true, man. Yep. And unfortunately, the other folks weren't very kind about it.
Yeah, the yeah, you know, bikers are kind of used to just kind of just taking what
Take
they want.
That's right. But what was cool about these guys is that, like you said, they all had their own like little specialties and kind of worked together as a team. And they're just figuring it out. So
Yeah,
it made you enjoy all the characters evenly, which is part of the
yeah.
strength of this movie.
Well, like you start out the first part of the movie, I'd say about the first act. I mean, you're not exactly in love with Flyboy. You know what I mean? He looks more like a detriment. He's more like
Yes.
more like a liability. But as it goes, you realize he's smart, and he starts teaching them how to fly too. You know what
Yep.
I mean? And you realize his work.
Yep.
Great character development, man. It really
I
is.
think so too. Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, without him flying a helicopter, you got to fight through a sea of zombies all over the parking lot, and then God knows how far,
Yep.
rather than just flying over them. You got to fight through them.
Yep. Poor Fran. She had a good idea though
Yeah,
with that flare.
it's true. He's not great with fighting, doesn't know how to shoot yet, but he is smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a smart character.
Way he's guarding himself from that fire there, like that, kind of almost puts me in mind of like Frankenstein or something. How Frankenstein doesn't like, he's not afraid of
Yep.
much, but fire is one thing he does not like.
Right. Oh man. You gotta climb up, girl.
He said, "I don't do that, dude. You'll shoot her leg."
Right? Yeah, you gotta do it quietly.
Yeah, yeah, that too. You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to draw them to where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting ready to be your house. You don't want them to know where it is.
That's right.
She's not hearing a word he said.
Yep.
That's good there. That traumatized look. That's damn good.
Yeah, and that's not easy to do, man. She killed it with that.
Yeah. She was learning from some Russian acting coach that was teaching
Oh,
her, drama and shit.
yeah.
No, you're cool, man. Chat all you want, prison.
Yeah, that's what this is all for.
I love it. I love it. Chat, man.
She's pregnant. Yep.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
adds
That's
another
definitely a
obstacle.
complication. Definitely a complication. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, but when that type of thing is going on, you're not, you all of a sudden be like, well, maybe you shouldn't get pregnant just in case there's a zombie breakout.
Exactly.
You got to be careful. We don't want to, we don't want you getting pregnant where zombies running around.
Right.
Trying to use these suckers so I don't smoke so much, man. I'm trying to tame it down.
Yeah. I've heard from a couple people that works, or at least
Yeah,
helps.
it's really hard, man. I've been smoking since 1988 when I was 15.
Wow, man.
Yeah, bad decision.
Yep. That's
Hmm.
right. Enough of them will.
Oh yeah, I'd be more worried about the people that want to take what you got. That's one thing I
Yep.
always thought Walking Dead did really well.
Yeah.
All the way to the point they kind of overdid it in a way though. In a way, it almost overshadowed the zombies for a while.
Yeah, it did. I love this
I like
part with
the
the narrator.
dummies.
Dummies, dummies.
Yeah,
Emotional.
yeah, yeah. So you can see there's still a little bit of the human left in him. That he's actually trying to play hockey. You know what I mean? He knows what it's for. He just can't
Right.
put two and two together right.
That's right. Little reasoning power.
Like when Fran's sitting down there and the old baseball player comes there and they almost have a connection. When they're
Yep.
that person's looking at her going, "Why are you like this?" and I'm like that, and she's looking at him
Yeah.
going, "Damn."
Yep. Motorized instinct. Mm. On site.
And you got this guy. This guy's almost like the Geraldo of that time.
Yeah.
Guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
He's the voice of reason.
Right. Roger's got a great idea with those trucks, though.
Hmm.
I just wish he took it more serious.
Just overconfident and cocky, man. He just sees, you know what I mean. He just feels he's so good
Hmm.
that he's not taking it into account. You know what I mean? And it makes him soft.
Yep,
Take care of business first, then celebrate and be cocky.
that's right.
It's no joke because it only takes one bite.
That's right. This was a good moment for Fran.
Hmm. She hurting Flyboy's manly pride.
Hmm. Yep.
This take place compared to Night of the Living Dead. I'm not sure. I know it's made 10 years later, but
Yeah.
I'm not, the way Romero described it was is they're sequels, yet they don't necessarily follow each other like sequels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've I've heard that this is thought to have taken place maybe like, a month or two later after the
Hmm.
events of Night.
Okay.
Because the world starts to catch on, you know,
Right.
to what's going on, or at least in America. They never really, at this point don't say anything beyond America, but
Because Night of the Living Dead is the very beginning. I mean, like the opening moments, even
yep.
where nobody's aware. People are being taken by surprise, getting
Hmm.
blindsided by it. This the world is shutting down and shit's hitting the fan.
Hmm.
Day of the Dead, shit's already hit the fan, and what's left of human beings are hiding out.
Yep.
Everybody, there is no motorcycle gangs running throughout the streets of shit anymore.
Right.
Completely become unmanageable. Day's got his place. Like I said before, my only problem with Day is just a lot of the vulgarity and the profanity of the military. I thought that could have been toned back just a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's just so,
Not
like,
necessary.
yeah, I think it's unnecessary. You should have at least had at least one, if not maybe two, of the military that were just regular dudes. They could be dealing with the trauma of it all, but not so like nasty.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's like all of the military were just downright nasty and vulgar, and it's like, I don't know if I. It's not
yeah.
needed. I don't know if I buy it.
That's my only problem with it. Other than that, Day of Dead's great.
Oh yeah.
The Bub character was brilliant. That guy
Yep.
put on a performance unlike anybody since Boris Karloff, in my opinion.
Yep. It was a great performance.
That's what it reminds me a lot of is the Frankenstein performance. He he sells it with his eyes, with his face, with his movement. You know what I mean? Just like
Yep.
Karloff did.
Yep. Full speed. Let's go. I love the music in this scene.
He's having a great time. He's about to warn him though. Hey man, chill out. Get yourself together, man. This ain't no game.
That's right.
He tries and tries.
Yep. It's almost like Roger is just losing it a little bit. Come on.
It has gotten to him.
Yeah.
It has gotten to him. Yeah, he's almost taking it personally.
Yeah. Oh man, I got another ad that came up. Shoot. Mm.
I got a pause where it just shows Fran on top of the roof with a gun.
Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, I'm there.
All right.
Mm, mm, mm.
This is even still early enough to where they was able to stop somewhere and get fuel for the helicopter. Which by Day of the Dead, there definitely wasn't a place to do anything like that.
Yeah.
See, he's annoyed. He's like, "Come on, man."
Yeah. And here it is where you start to see the hidden zombie, and it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, he about gets it here.
And what was so good about this is that at this point you're invested with these guys. You care about them, and that that is a direct reason that you just enjoy these characters because of the performance by the actors and the way the story is set up.
Right,
Like Steven
right.
sees it, and it's like, oh man, and you get intense because Roger can't see it. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Look,
yeah. Like you
man.
were saying, you're really invested. So by the time this shit happens, you're like, "Oh man,"
Hmm.
because it's foreshadowing. You see it happening. You know it's gonna happen.
Hmm.
But he's just out of control, man.
Hmm.
Out of control. So Prism says, so they don't follow the same story, but the feelings and values of the series remain making for the same story. Well, yeah, well, like Night was just saying something that I didn't know that supposedly it's taking place like a month after things started in Night of the Living Dead. I've heard Romero also say that it's a sequel, but it's not necessarily a direct sequel. It can be considered a different
Right.
type of outlet.
Yeah,
So
I've heard him say that too.
yeah, so
Ooh.
I I I can kind of put it together however you want, basically.
Yeah.
Just take what's going on and put it together from there.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes. Oh, all over his face. They always have their mouths open when stuff goes on
Yeah,
their face. You know what I mean? In all these horror
yeah,
movies, it's like close your freaking mouth. You know?
yeah. And the red blood in this man is like no blood ever. I mean, this is the reddest blood there's ever been.
That's right.
It is so red that you can see it on that blue suit.
Yes. Oh,
You see that one squirting out of the hole? You can see the blood squirting out of it.
yeah.
For them say it's like an anthology of movies. Oh yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah,
Yeah, you could kind of look at it like that. I mean, they're loosely connected.
yeah,
You know, it's a zombie. It's basically showing the different phases of the zombie apocalypse. The beginning, the
exactly.
right before civilization falls, which is what this one is, and then day is basically civilization is basically gone, and they're trying to hang on to the threads, you know.
George wanted to tell a different story with each one of them.
Yeah.
He put them as sequels, but he also wanted to tell you a completely different story, a completely different aspect of each one.
Right. Yeah, Roger is messed up, and now he's playing hit and run.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm,
yeah. Here's where it's showing where he sells it like he's really not all together, and you
right.
believe it.
You do. Yeah. Doon, 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 doon.
This would have been the perfect idea too. I mean, this, I mean, if this was, come out the way they wanted it. But I love
Right.
that thump over the head. Um,
Hmm.
and definitely, when the gang comes, they would have had a hell of a lot harder time with Roger still there.
Yes, I agree.
That would have been a completely different story.
Hmm. Because by the time the gang comes, these guys are really, they're losing it as a group. You know what I mean? So they're not at their best. If the gang had come, right around this time, and if Roger didn't get what happened, I think it would have been a
But,
different story.
well, yeah,
Ooh.
dealing with two very highly trained people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, right there. Hey, Fran
Hi.
saved the day. Saved the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
His bag. Mm,
His head's not where it's supposed to be. Here's what he tells him.
yep. Trooper. That's right.
That,
Yeah. Mm,
for a minute anyway.
right. I know, man. That's what made this so sad. Like even though I know it's gonna happen, I'm still invested, you know?
Oh yeah. So now they got to make an unnecessary trip all the way back there to deal with that again because he was tripping.
Mhm. Fran's trying and he drops the bag. Come on, man. There's no way to cover him because it's so tight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
her and the helicopter can't get to him, and Peter can only do so much because he's fighting them off.
yeah.
There
Oh,
it
there
is.
it is. There it is. Dang. Oh, man. Oh,
A mouthful of his leg.
yep. Damn. Is it nurse?
And the guy carrying the M16, he carries that around all the way to the end of the movie. Point.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out how it goes. I think
Yeah. Wow.
nowadays in zombie movies, they just chop it off and see what happens.
Yeah.
They're trying to watch this part. I'm like, maybe he won't get bit this time. Exactly.
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe this time he'll get himself together and won't fuck up.
Right. Guns and ammo. Mm,
Can you imagine how much that hurts?
right.
Getting a chunk bit right out of you like that.
Exactly.
I just don't think whiskey's gonna cover it.
Right. Hey, it's Christmas time for guns.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie takes you on a roller coaster too, because you just felt so bad for Roger, and then you come into this scene and they're getting the ammunition that they need, and you feel kind of good again because it's like, okay, they've got weapons and they got enough to really, you know,
Yeah. And Flyboy's kind of stepping up.
hmm. Man, Ken Foree was so good in this movie, man. Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah, I always wonder why he didn't do more too. I mean, he did more than anybody else, but he didn't do nearly as much as I thought he should have.
I know. He's a good actor. He has great charisma, a fantastic voice and physicality. He definitely should have done more.
He's
Definitely, no doubt.
he he's the best part of Chainsaw 3.
Yes. Yep, he is. Yep. I mean, this movie did so well you would have expected him to even be propelled further than he was.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was in Dawn of the Dead. It's like, how can he not be in like so many horror movies, especially in the 80s? Like in the 80s, everybody was doing a horror movie, you know?
Hmm. Yeah. It's weird, but you see that with a lot of Romero's films. You see people that you've never really seen before, and a lot of
Right.
times you never see them again, even though they all do a
That's
good job.
Yeah, that's true too. I never really thought of it like that, but you're absolutely right. These movies, especially Night and Dawn, they're
Dwayne
so
Jones.
iconic, and yet you didn't see, except for Ken, you really didn't see people have any great careers.
Dwayne Jones should have.
Dwayne Jones should have, yeah.
Actually, Dwayne Jones and Ken Foree knew each other
Yeah, I remember you were talking about that when we were talking about Night. Yeah,
because when he got this role, he told Dwayne Jones that he had a part in the sequel Night of the Living Dead, and Dwayne Jones is like, "Hey, tell George I said hey."
yeah,
The old typecast. Oh, maybe
yeah, maybe.
because I mean, you look at what Ken Foree did do after that; it all had to do, with something with horror, and he always played the same kind of part. Maybe
Mm,
except for maybe Devil's Rejects, he's a little different, but he's got the same feel.
yeah,
Even though he is a pimp instead of a, you know what I mean?
yeah. The car. Yep,
But he's like, damn, all right. Just wheel him around now.
yep.
That
It
bite's
was
so
kind of,
bad, took so much out of him. He can't even walk anymore.
yep,
Probably bit a chunk right out of that. I mean, it was like a chunk right out of that calf muscle. So it just, it's almost like getting his Achilles sliced.
yep. Dude, right here, I thought Steven was dead, man. He's
Oh yeah,
fumbling
me
with the
too.
keys.
That's even affecting his shot. Because before he'd have been nailing them right in the head.
Yep, barely got out of there.
See, they know enough to chase Steven Flyboy because he's on the outside of the glass. So they,
Yeah,
they at least got enough sense for that. They left her on the other side of the glass to chase him that was on their
yep.
side.
Well, and like the narrator, the guy on TV who said they got basic basics reasoning. Look at this.
Mhm.
Oh, oh, mm, dang. Mm,
Yeah, they went directly for that.
yeah,
Here it is. Yeah, the nun.
the
She
nun.
just it's like they're trying to figure each other out for a minute, and then this is when the baseball player or whatever comes. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, this car here, they totally destroyed this car in the making of it. This car was loaned to them, it's kind of like advertisement or whatever, and they gave it back to them all messed up, I guess.
Hmm, I bet.
Oh, see, so that shows you that they do feel some sort of a pain, even almost. That's something that's really not really talked about with zombies, but that
Yeah,
that kind of showed it. I mean, on the fingers, you could tell. You know, the way they pulled back the fingers, it's like they felt.
Hmm.
I never really thought about that aspect before.
Yeah, that is an interesting aspect. And also the fact, like when Peter was saying they have no leverage behind the trucks to break through the glass. So that was really smart idea
Uh-huh.
because they don't have superhuman strength, you know?
Right, just strength in numbers.
Right. Mm.
Speaking of the Rockies, did you watch the Rocky 1 and 2 stream that I did?
Yes.
I had a
Yeah,
blast
man.
with those.
I wish you guys had done three, but
Yeah, yeah,
we've
yeah,
had that conversation.
yeah. Yeah, I had it planned. I was looking forward to it because I know Clubber Lang's dialogue just well as I know Rocky's.
Hmm.
I could do all of it from beginning to end. I could do all of it. I want to do Rocky 3. I have definite intentions on it.
It was such a good movie too, man.
I wanted to go all the way to at least 4. You know,
Hmm.
I wanted to at least cover the first 4,
Yeah.
which I'll get those other 2 in there. I got lots of plans.
So it's a fantastic series. Did you see the Rocky versus Drago cut?
I haven't seen that yet.
Ooh, yeah, you got to check that out, man. Just for the fun of it.
Oh, I definitely want to. I've heard good and bad things about it. The basic consensus is that the way it was originally done was better, but but the way but the Stallone cut is interesting and good too.
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, look at all the bodies. Jeez.
Lots of cleanup.
Yeah,
It always bothered me though how they stored it with the meat. You know what I mean? It's like that always
yeah.
kind of agitated me. It's
I
like
was like, man, I'd throw them people outside, man. But I guess I don't
some
know.
people. It just seems like somehow it feels like it would almost contaminate it being in there for that many of them. You know what I mean? It's just like that's your food, man.
Yeah, right. Now, this was smart, putting up a wall.
Oh yeah, just in case.
Hmm.
That's for the humans that may come in.
Yep, that was so smart though. Looters, maybe. Yep.
Which I'm surprised they don't have more of. Really,
Hmm.
especially as early as this is, at the time this is, it seemed like there'd have been a lot of. But they can't. I think of it is what they're saying is they can't quite get to it because of the sea of zombies out there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I think that might be why.
Hmm.
Yeah, he knows he's not gonna make it.
3 days. Oof.
The other two were figuring it out, and he was sitting there going, "Man, he already knew he wasn't gonna make
Hmm. We whipped him.
it." Yeah,
Didn't we
we
whip
took it
him?
all.
Yeah, we got it all. I love it. Oh,
Well, he's slowly becoming a zombie. At the same time, he's so loaded full of morphine, he don't know you know, his ass from a hole in the ground. You know what I mean?
that's right. We whipped him and we got it all.
Didn't we? Didn't we whip him? Yeah, Roger, we whipped him. We whipped him good.
Yep. Mm,
You go through the joys of pregnancy.
right. Someone's got to clean up the bodies. We got to clean it up, brother. Oh,
You like,
man.
really?
Dude, could you imagine? Oh,
Right. Yeah. Maybe there's, oh man, there's, they're just toting them out by like 6 or 8 at a time, at least.
yeah.
Now, here, hold this for me. See, look, all those good, oh man,
Mm,
all that good food in there, and you're putting these dead, contaminated people right by your ribs. Oh man.
I know, man. Ugh. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
money.
I've been tossing them off the roof or something.
Right? Money, 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 money. You never know.
Right, right. Couldn't hurt.
Ah,
Couldn't hurt. I
that's right.
love this right here. I love how they're following the rules of going along those lines there, as if it was regular life. I like
Yes.
that aspect. You know what I mean? It really says something.
Yep.
They're trying to be as normal as they possibly can,
Right.
like going through and weighing it and paying for it. Shit, you know what
Yep.
I mean? That's just
It's just interesting, like you said, they're trying to have that normalcy.
they're showing how much they miss how it was.
Yep. And that's the sad part about good zombie movies or good zombie stories is that you realize that that again, it's almost an unwinnable situation, you know?
Hmm.
Because even if they could continue surviving or whatever, the rest of the world has fallen, you know?
Yeah,
So
man.
that's
They
to
do the
me,
same thing.
that's what zombie movies always get to me.
But they do the same thing in 28 days later when they go into that store and they buy all that shit. And then
Yes.
that one dude leaves his credit card sitting there.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just just wanting it to be like it, just missing how it was, and missing that normalcy, and missing not having to worry every day of your life.
Yep.
That's the best ones. Is the ones that
Yep.
show stuff like that.
Yep.
Not the
I
gung ho, but the ones that show real human behavior. And
Yep.
because that's what we are. We're creatures of habit.
Yep.
We like knowing what to count on. You know,
Yep.
knowing our safety zone.
Uh,
He's whacked his head on some. He got painkillers galore, and he's having a good old time now.
yeah, he is.
Look at that old school video game.
I know, man. Here it is. The
Yeah,
tagline. There's no more room in hell. Mm,
no,
Yep. Consumerism.
there there's that normalcy that they even carried over into death.
Yep.
Man,
The dead will walk the earth.
that's terrifying. When
Chilling,
you
isn't
really
it?
think about it. When you really think about it, when there's no, oh man.
Yeah, that's chilling, man.
Because when I hear something or I see something or somebody talks about something, I don't know about you, but I get a mental picture of everything. That's just the
Right.
way my mind works. So I instantly get a really bad mental picture off that.
Mm-hmm. Same here. I got one of those rope ladders.
They got it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost over.
Yep. And you can see how Fran and Steven are reacting, and it's believable, because they're like, ah, man, this sucks. One of our own,
They become a
he's
fan?
yeah, yep. But it also shows how bleak the future is in a way for these guys, and again, that's the power of these movies.
Yeah, every time they start to have a little bit of fun or think everything's gonna be cool, something like
Hmm.
this happens to put them back into reality to what
Yep,
the situation really is.
that's right.
That
Mm, like that. Yep.
whoa,
Peter.
divine. I'm here, man.
Yep. And I felt so bad, because these two especially, they were
Yeah,
bros.
yeah. Like instantly almost.
Hmm. I'm gonna try not to come back. Mm,
Yeah, and this could be his only acting performance. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out on IMDb or whatever. This might
hmm.
be his only one. It's at least I think might be his first professional one, and he
Hmm.
does such a damn good job with it.
I think so too. Hey, there's Jamie. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Thanks for stopping through. Yeah,
Jammies.
that's, that's one thing about Romero's crew is they know how to cast, man. They know how to cast.
Yes.
Always did.
Hmm. This guy.
You have the patch. Yeah, I don't remember why he added the patch, but it's just that patch just sets it off.
It does.
Dummies, dummies, and there's that patch. He's so obnoxious.
Yeah, he is. Mm, give me an
Hey,
alternative.
Jamie. Hey, no hello to GoreAphobe, Jamie. Fine. What can I say?
Drop the nukes. I'm
Oh yeah,
deadly serious. But this guy knows what's up, though.
he does. He's cocky and obnoxious, but he's just trying to tell everybody exactly how bleak it is and what's really
Yep.
going on. Everybody's going, well, we could do this, we could do this, and he's going, hey, look, this is how it is, and we're fucked, man. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it.
There's Roger. Dead Roger.
Looking like he
That
means
was
business when he gets up out of that bed.
yep, that would suck to have to do this.
He talked about how he played it, and he played it to where there was still just a sliver of Roger left. Like he knows, but it's almost like he couldn't control the instinct. He said that's kind of the way he played it.
Mhm.
But
Rational, logical.
yeah, that's the only thing to think about. That's the only thing they want to do is find a way to eat you. That's it.
Mhm.
That's their one goal.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like I like the addition of pouring the whiskey over the grave. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Buddy the
yeah,
buddy.
agreed.
Peter's got them two on the ice rink practicing.
Yep, which was smart.
He's like, hey man, I lost Roger. You all got to get better at your shooting and shit.
Mhm.
Learn about the wedding anniversary on Friday. Well, happy anniversary on Friday.
Oh, happy anniversary. That
I
was
like how
nice
they
of him.
show. Yeah, I like how they show the nice little breaks they're able to get because in this situation you would need that. You would need that. You know, we talked about the normalcy. You would need
Mhm.
this little bit of feeling like you're actually a part of the world the way it was.
Yep,
At least now and then, you'd need that break emotionally.
you would. Yep. Poor Peter, man. I tell you, it's that's rough.
Yeah, I thought she should have accepted this. I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yep.
What the hell what the hell's the holdup? We're gonna have a kid. This is a situation we're in. Accept it the way it is, and let's, you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yep.
At least let's have that joy.
Right. Hold on to something.
That just blew the whole night right there.
Yeah, it did. And of course, and the sad part is for those two especially, we started to see their relationship kind of have a bigger gap, which was kind of sad. But I think it was realistic because it, like I said, this is a serious situation, man. Like, you
Yeah,
know, this up and down that's going on with where they're at, with so much material possessions in
right,
front of them, but such bleakness and being alone and secluded from the world.
yeah. And I wasn't surprised that she turned him down because if you remember earlier in the movie when Peter was asking her about them two being a couple, she
Hmm.
kind of gave off the impression that we are, but
Times.
we're not.
Yeah.
What's kind of keeping them together is the fact that he got her pregnant. Otherwise, I'm not sure they would have even still been a couple at this point.
Hmm. Yep. Good night, Jamie.
Good night, Jamie. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Obviously, Peter's going right.
Hmm.
Still getting
Smart.
ads.
Huh?
You still getting ads.
Yeah, I have, but not in, I don't even know how long it's been now, but yeah, I think it's just because it's on YouTube.
I'm at where Peter's hitting the tennis
The,
balls against the wall.
yep, that's where I'm at too.
Okay.
And you almost forget about the zombies until you see that ball drop down. And
Yep.
it's like, oh yeah, that's right. They're still zombies. You know what I mean? That was so smart. the way George did that because you really did kind of forget about them a little bit in a way.
Don't forget about reality. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Yes. Yes. Yep. And then you realize it's like, holy shit, it's even more of them now. And then that's
Hmm.
when I first saw this movie, and even now watching it, it's like, okay, wow, like
Keeps
maybe
backing
maybe
up.
maybe we can't stay here.
Keeps backing up, frame by frame by frame, more and more and more.
Yep.
At this point, it'd be driving you about half nuts being in this mall, though, man, because they've
Yes.
been there for months.
And that's the whole idea. It's like that's what's so bleak. It's like you can't just stay there.
It's like it was great at first, but we need to start thinking about what's next.
Yeah, long term.
Albums, all right. Nothing on the TV now.
Yep.
Was It's just gotten one level worse. Now there's
Hmm.
nothing on the TV. Not even to
Yep.
do with the past.
Yep. No more dummies.
Yeah, 3 days.
3 days. Mm,
It's gonna be scary in that situation too because you don't know why. You can assume why, but you don't
hmm.
know exactly what happened and why it's completely off now. It's like what the hell's going on out there?
Right.
Imagine the infighting these three be doing in the arguments. Oh man,
Right.
surprised they didn't show a little bit more of that. You know what I mean? Just little getting on each other's nerves arguments.
Yeah. I love that how he just turns it back on.
That's what I mean. Yeah, defiance. I said I
Yep.
want it on.
Yeah, this is when it really starts to go downhill because you're just like, oh man.
They're planning for when they have to win and if they have to take off.
Hmm. So again, it's just like that roller coaster. Then you have that little moment of hope or levity or whatever, and she's learning how to fly this helicopter, which was so smart.
Yes, you got to teach. Everybody needs to know that
Hmm.
because otherwise, you get cornered, you get pinned, and you're up on a roof with a helicopter. You don't know how to fly.
Hmm.
Yeah, they say that's the bitch is landing.
Yeah. Here you go, Savini.
Yeah,
Uh,
he loves to
so,
play these kind of parts.
yes.
He played the same part in Land of the Dead.
Yeah,
He's the same guy.
he loves this stuff.
He's much more decayed and he looks much worse than Land of the Dead, but it's supposed to be the same character from Dawn.
Right.
He's got the leather jacket and everything on.
Hmm.
You see him for a couple, well, at least a couple minutes. It's been a long time since I've seen Land of the Dead, but I know he's on there for at least a scene or two.
The whirly bird. Mm. Can it?
That's what he's been afraid of.
There's three of us.
Yeah,
Right? You gotta listen.
that's what they plan on doing anyway.
Yeah.
They're just bullshitting, just trying to
Yeah.
get info on how many people's in there.
Yep. They're a
Look at that
traveling
arsenal.
army.
Yeah, arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about the original ending for the movie? Yes, yes. Where I think it's Fran that jumps up into the blade of the helicopter and chops her head off or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
I think Peter stays on her and shoots himself or something, and instead of
Yep.
taking off, she jumps up into the blade. Talk about bleak, man. That would have been all.
Right?
That would have changed the whole movie. You know what I mean? That the whole feel would have been different.
Yep.
That's why George was like, well, maybe we shouldn't do that. That's a bit bleak.
Right. Now, I get what Peter's thinking, let's not make it easy for them, but at the same time, I'd be thinking about an escape plan.
Yes. Yeah.
It's 20 of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At least.
And you basically got, those two and Fran. It's like it's a no-win situation. I would have been thinking about an escape plan.
Yeah, it would have been kind of unwinnable even with a prime Roger, let alone without him. There's just too many numbers, too many guns.
Yep.
I mean, there's got to be 50 of them, man. Thoughts on the new Terrifier film coming soon? I'm looking forward to it. I seen the trailer. It looks like it's got the same vibe and the same feel of the original one. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yep.
That's a harsh slasher, man.
That's right.
That's serious. Terrifier is. No breaks or no yeah, nothing bright about Terrifier movies.
That's right.
But I don't know, Prism. I'm Terrifier 2 is gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna follow the first one pretty well.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. They wanted
I
to up the
Yeah,
gore and stuff like that, and it's practical. So,
I
you
think it's
know,
gonna be pretty good.
hmm
I'd be very disappointed if it wasn't because I don't know. For some reason, I got faith that they're just sick enough to make it as good as the first.
yeah, and them riding their motorcycles right into the mall.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
letting the zombies back in.
Yep, yep. And that's the thing, man. They weren't thinking at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're letting the zombies in. You get to the point where you don't know who's who. They just were what, like basically wild party animals. That's what they were
Idiots,
with guns.
idiots, yeah. Idiots. Yeah,
Yep, total idiots.
just just want to loot the place.
Yeah, they just looting. And look at this. They're just hanging out with the zombies right there. That wasn't smart either.
Yeah,
And by watching this scene, you realize how so much of the world fell to the zombies, you know?
yeah. Yeah, like taking the jewelry off this woman and taking their blood pressure and shit. I mean, what? That's just ignorance.
Hmm. Here we
Here,
go.
here-
It's time
here's
for
the
the
pipe
pie.
cleaner.
And I think it also just showed how people just they lost it. They totally lost it. They were traumatized or totally the world just betrayed them, so to speak, and they're trying to find an outlet in
So
the
yeah,
worst way.
it's like they just don't even care anymore. It's
Right.
this first
Yep.
thing that they've seen from outside of that mole in months. And
Hmm.
if this is an example of what's going on out there, this is what's left of humanity. That's not good.
Hmm.
Because I mean, you can only imagine what this motorcycle gang has done
That's
in
right.
these months. Scary thought. If this is
Yep.
the way they act, there's no telling what they've done to people.
Hmm. And then Steven's losing it right here. It's like, don't shoot at those guys. Stay hidden. Yep. And that was his downfall. He should have stayed hidden. Look at this guy with the blood pressure.
Yeah, that always blew my mind. What the hell? You're just gonna sit down right in the middle of all that and get your blood pressure.
Right?
Prism says thought X was disappointing.
Oh, really? Hmm. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't love it, but I mean, yeah, I liked it. I only seen it once. It's one of those I'm gonna have to see another time or two. I think.
Yep.
Um, Now they got that kind of that sequel or whatever. I can't remember what it's called.
Pearl.
Really, yeah. Grim in the chat. Hey, Grim, how you doing? Thanks for coming through. So I know someone who watched the new Terrifier already and said it's awesome. Cool.
Hmm. He's like, now we got a war on our hands.
Yeah, that screwed up everything they did, all that work they did. Basically, their home. They've come to their home. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's personal.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
nice head chopping scene.
yeah, that was a good one.
They got a figure of the machete head zombie, the one that gets chopped in the head with a machete.
Hmm.
That I would like to get a hold of too. That's the only one that I don't have. I'd like to get that. This is I've never seen Dawn of the Dead. Planning on seeing it when it comes to theaters this October. Never seen Dawn of the Dead. Wow,
Really?
man, Dawn of the Dead's one of the best, man.
Yeah, man.
Remake's even good.
Hmm. Yeah.
Complete, completely different experience, but it's good too.
Yeah. I was really
I'll take this
impressed.
one. I'll take this one any day though, man.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, see, this motorcycle gang, they just want to fight.
Yeah, you're getting pissed because they're dealing with somebody that's skilled, that's trained to deal with bullshit.
Right.
Special forces shit. Grin says that the Dawn of the Dead is supposed to be in 3D in October. That would be interesting.
Right? Yeah.
Huh.
Yep, there he goes, climbing up the ladder. Franny better get ready. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Stephen was stuck in the elevator because the power went off.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You can tell that they've dealt with zombies a lot.
Hmm.
They're like way they're they like make Rogers overconfidence look like nothing.
Right. Oh man, this is messed up.
Uh-huh. I think probably the best zombie performance of all time, man. The way he walks around and shit, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he can torts and shit. I don't know how he keeps falling down.
I know, man. Even just looking at it, it creeps me out. Ooh, right to the neck.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Boom.
Yep. Yep.
I think
There
he
you
broke a
go.
rib or something on that. Something happened. He got injured somehow on that stuff. Don't remember. There's that training comes in.
Yep. And see now these guys realize that they bit off more than they could chew, letting all these zombies into the mall. Crazy.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Bang.
Oh.
Oof. And it's over. It's
Yeah.
over. And Ken has that little smile. That was great. And look at this. This was a scene when he just starts shooting and it just doesn't matter. It's a numbers
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Too many. Yeah.
It's a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? You'll never have enough bullets. Yep.
Like a bunch of ants on a spider or something. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Poor Steven, man.
He shot him a couple times just for the hell of it, then took off.
Mm,
Now he can't defend himself. He's bleeding out.
yep.
Bleeding bad anyway.
Yep.
You know, it always made me wonder if like the way he's bleeding there and this blood. It always made me wonder if the zombies could smell that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Here we go.
it never says. Oh
Yeah, they're ripping right into him. Now, of course, they did this better in day, but this is still
yeah.
pretty messed up. Looks
Right.
pretty good, but they did it better in day.
Yeah, I like part in the day when he lay on a table and he turns and they all just kind of fall out.
Yeah. Come on, Steven. There it is. Oh, oh man, they're just laying into him. Mm,
Yeah, he knows. You're like, oh,
mm,
oh man.
dang.
And he's thinking, well, there's nothing I can do for him.
Right.
Let me get to friends and see if she's all right.
Right. Mm. I don't know, man. At that point, I might have used the gun on myself.
Oh yeah. Oh, being in Steven's position, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. He got bit on the neck. It's like, yeah, you're not coming back from that. Mm.
Still fighting though. He's learned to fight at least somewhat, even hurt.
Mm. Mm. She knows.
Yeah. Even though all that went on, when it came down to him being killed or possibly being killed, she, you know what I mean? She
Hmm.
shows how much. I love the arm still in there.
Right.
They're fighting over it. Give me it's mine.
Right. Yeah, it's so sad, man. Hours, man. Mm.
They're like, all right, we made it back in. Going up the escalator. That yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Here it is.
This this was George Romero's favorite performance as a zombie, as far as the way he moves around.
It's like, wow, man. Even the gun is like, oh, man.
Somehow he doesn't fall down. The gun doesn't fall. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
It,
Mm.
there's the Stephen left in him. He's
Yes,
gonna lead
because
him.
he
He's
knows.
gonna lead. He's gonna lead him down there in Narc. Yeah,
Yep.
it's where they are.
Yep. He
It shows
knows.
there's a lot more in there than what they even thought.
Yep.
Or is it maybe because he just turned too? I wonder if that like dissipates as you're dead. You know what I mean?
Right. I think so. The decay sets in more as time goes on.
He's still so fresh that yeah.
Hmm.
This one you have no choice but to take
Hmm.
off, or you got to do something. There's too many.
This is when it really got sad when he was like, go on, get out of here. I'm like, what? Oh, no.
Yeah, you can kind of see where he's coming from,
True. Yeah. He sees the bigger picture.
but at the same time, the reason character wise, the reason I think he doesn't do it is because he doesn't want to leave her all alone.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree. Yep.
I think it's the only reason he doesn't do it is he starts thinking about it and thinking, man, how long is she gonna make it just her on her own? She's pregnant, about to have a baby.
Yes. Yep.
I can't leave her by herself.
Hmm.
That's just the way his character is. He wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
To send her off like that pregnant all by herself, that's a death sentence.
Yep. Pretty much.
There's a guy carrying the M16 pointed at his face.
Yep.
Maybe he's like, man, he, he's trying to figure out how it goes.
Hmm. It's just crazy how they all funneled upstairs to them, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's like they communicated.
Yeah. And even figuring out the ladder.
Yeah, that surprised me when I've ever seen it. How easily they climb up this ladder like that.
Hmm.
She looks even kind of surprised herself. Like, whoa,
Right.
that's something they probably had a conversation about.
Right.
It would at least take them a minute to learn how to do this, and they're finding out no, it doesn't. No problem at all, actually. For some reason, the guy with the gun just killed.
And the look on her face too, man. This was just crazy for the ending.
Yeah.
And then that music. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
that's the hero music, man.
It is.
The hero says, "I don't think so. I'm not going out like that. Here I come. Don't leave."
Man, it's a good thing he did it when he did it too, man, because he was about to head on out.
And she waited as long as she could.
That's right.
Yeah, he's doing. He said, "All right, I'll
Right.
check this out for a while. Maybe I can figure
Mm,
this one out."
yep.
Love how they made a character out of that guy just carrying that gun pointed at his face like that. You know what I mean? He became a character.
Yeah, he did. How much fuel do we have?
All right.
All right. I love that. All right. Oh man,
Really?
pet
Hey,
furry.
I mean, what else you gonna say?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yes. And
And
then
when he
they
kicked
just
back,
head on. And then they just head on off, and you're just like, wow, what's gonna happen? You know?
yeah, you think they'd plan on trying to get off someplace, but the way they made it sound, they don't have the fuel to get to an island. So who knows what another mall? Who knows?
Yep.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you joining me for Dawn of the Dead, man.
Yeah, man. It was a blast. It's a great movie, and like you said, so much going on with it. It's the type of movie where you can really have a good discussion about it too. Because
Yeah,
there's so much good stuff happening. It was a great choice, man. Seriously.
great for my first one. I had a great time, man.
Hmm.
I've been wanting to watch Dawn with you ever since we did Night of the Living Dead, and
Yes.
um next week I plan on doing another one. Maybe if you're not working or something, join me in the chat or whatever. Stop by
Yeah.
and say hello. I have no idea what the hell I'll be doing, but I'll be doing something. I promise that.
Yep.
Thanks to everybody in the chat. Join me for just a couple of minutes after I get off here, if
Yep.
you could.
Yep.
Thank you to everybody for coming through and joining me on my first watch along. Much love to you. Don't ever forget that I am GoreAphobe. This is Night from Nightwatch Zone, and have a good night. Yeah, I don't. And